Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's me coming back at you once again with another vid. All right, I'm gonna try to make this as not too long and not too short as possible as I can be. Okay. First thing first, I really gotta discuss the terrible state of boxing at this point, man. I mean, this this shit is just this is becoming more bizarre and comical and ridiculous as days go by. Okay, first I gotta say, I just now two stories caught my attention. One is the Kell Brook and Diego Chavez fight. Now we just learned that fight got postponed now. Okay, and the reason being it got postponed because Kell Brook suffered a severe rib injury during a sparring session. And the fact that the fight was scheduled to go on 1 week from yesterday, yesterday, all of a sudden this gets announced. Okay. Then his promoter, Eddie Hearn, Kell Brook's promoter, he comes out and says, you know what? The injury is serious, but the fight will be rescheduled in December. Okay. Now think about this for a minute. Okay. Anthony Joshua and Dillian White, which is two domestic UK fighters, are pretty much scheduled to fight on that same time, which is December. Okay. Well, this is like probably going to be one of the biggest fights in the UK scenes has ever seen in a while. All right. So if Eddie Hearn was smart, he can put those two together and have the Kell Brook and Diego Chavez fight as a main event. Put that card together, that will come out to be a pay-per-view. Just think about it. It's kind of odd because you can't you announce the injury 1 week before the fight. Then all of a sudden you reschedule it December. Around that same time, Anthony Joshua and Dillian White is scheduled to fight around December as well. I honestly don't know what is Eddie Hearn's obsession with these pay-per-view revenues, man. I mean, seriously, I don't know why in the world he think he could sell this given the fact that you have a young champion, Kell Brook, who hasn't really fought anyone except Sean Porter since winning that title. And then you got Anthony Joshua and Dillian White under that undercard. I mean, you're really trying to see fans with that if that's what you're trying to do. I don't know if that's going to sell, man, because this is really, really tough. If you had the Tyson Fury and then Vladimir Klitschko fight, then yeah, that would be able to sell, but under the undercard. But I just think that I find that kind of odd, and I kind of find that very strange, that given the fact that you're going to announce Kell Brook is going to, and the Diego Chavez fight is rescheduled for December. Even though he suffered a severe injury. But anyways, that's just one strange point, number one. Number two, James Kirkland recently pulled out of his fight against Gabriel Rosado. And believe me, folks, I'm going to go in on Kirkland here because this is not the first time he's done this shit, okay? Let's look into it closely here. I'm going to bring up the article for you over here, so let me just bear with me. All right, here. Okay, it says here, quote, this is from Dan Raphael, the ESPN senior writer here. A fight between junior middleweight slugger James Kirkland, 32-2 with 28 KOs, and Gabriel Rosado, which was in works for the HBO Boxing After Dark main event in December, has fallen apart because after Kirkland agreed to terms, he came back asking for more money, something he's done before. Okay? This motherfucker ain't fought. Let me say this. James Kirkland hasn't fought since the Canelo fight. Prior to the Canelo fight, he hasn't fought in 2 years, okay? And after that fight, that was against Clint Taffia. Now, after that fight, he literally had demanded more money and for future bouts, which I clearly don't understand why he was doing that shit, okay? Because first of all, he's not a big name. He was not a champion. He was not that quite of a draw, okay? He's doing this doing the Latrell Sprewell and the Wiki Wright way of doing business, trying to price yourself out, hoping for something big is going to happen. Okay. Now, First of all, Winky Wright, I could somewhat understand because Winky Wright was a champion, all right, and he's fought top level opposition. But as far as Jace Kirkland is concerned, I don't know why the fuck he's pulling this. And every time he pulls shit like this, he's further dragging his career into the mud. All right. Now that Canelo loss was very devastating, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, you even got knocked out by a Japanese fighter who can't even fucking punch, who probably has whose punching power is probably equates to Paulie Malignaggi. All right, man. You really this shit right here with these fighters these days, man, acting all prima donnish and shit like this. And then you got Deontay Wilder who going out there talking about he wants another voluntary defense, saying that, oh, I'm not gonna wait for Povetkin. He's fighting in November. Why gotta wait for him? I'm gonna fight another voluntary. I mean, it clearly the WBC said you cannot do that, and if you choose to fight another voluntary, we're not sanctioning that fight. I mean, the pussies and the divas that we got in today's boxing is just so fucking strange to me, and it's sad. Because why in the world, me as a lifetime boxing fan and a hardcore fan had to grow up, we grew up at a time where the best actually fought the best, and yet we gotta be subjected to this cherry picking and diva bullshit that we see today in the scene of boxing, which is clearly a joke and a fucking laughing stock. All right. Man, that's all I gotta say about this, man. I really hope that boxing could just, come back to the days of the Leonards, the Haglers, Durans, Tyson, Hearns, Holyfields, Foremans, the Alis, even though that was not my era. But in an era when when fighters like, fuck the money, I want to fight this guy because he thinks he's the best and I know I could beat him. Quote. I mean, shit, dude. I mean, that's all I gotta say, man. I'm out. This video's done.